Hello guys, and welcome to another weekly vlog. It is Monday and I am about to go to my mammogram. Look at this disgusting thing. This is oh god, it looks like mold. That is strawberry flavoured protein powder, whey protein, and lime flavour collagen powder. The collagen is for your skin's elasticity, because I'm trying to lose weight obviously, and a lot of places I've read, you know, keep the protein powder going, because I'm trying to, I think I spoke about this before, I'm trying to lower my carbs because I eat too many carbs, because that's my favourite, and up my protein. But I'm not eating red meat. I'm not a big meat lover, to be honest with you. I eat chicken occasionally and tuna, that's it. So I'm taking protein powder to up my protein a bit. Oh, this car's cold. And I've read that it's a good idea to take collagen if you're trying to lose weight, to prevent your skin sagging. I noticed like my neck's getting furry. I'm waiting on the turkey neck happening. I've already got those lines that I'm noticing on people on TV as well. I'm like, but they're not fat and they've got them lines. What's that all about? So I'm expecting saggy neck to come. So one thing about being bigger, you aren't really saggy and you don't really have as many wrinkles. So if I manage to lose weight at the age I am at the minute, you know, then I'm going to start to be more wrinkly and saggy. I'm trying to prevent that as much as possible. People go, well, why do you give a shit, Lisa, at the age you are? Because you just do. You don't think you will until you get that age, and then it's like, oh god, look at the state of that. When you, especially when you vlog, you'll probably notice I'm driving, but I don't look at the screen a lot when I'm vlogging, because when I catch view of myself, it's like, oh, you find 101 things you don't want to look at. So and then obviously when you edit it back, it's even worse. So anyway, Darren made that call last night. I've had people text me saying, oh, I hope everything's okay, blah, blah, blah. And it's like they were told not to be texting me because I was stressed out. But it's done. No more scouts for me. I'm gutted I'm going to miss the first aid training, a full day's first aid training course, but it's just not worth the stress. Isaac will have done his, why and under God does the car say it's 24 minutes past 5? In what world? That's not even close to right. It's not, right, don't understand that. The car thinks it's 24 minutes past 5. So I'm not going to know what flipping time it is all the way up here. I'm going to have to pull into the garage and fix that, because I need access to the time to make sure I'm running. It's in Belfast I'm going. I do this every 2 years because that's how often I'm allowed to, because women are not entitled to mammograms on the NHS until they're 52, I believe. You don't have to pay for this, but you have to make like a donation. So like it tells you on the form that you fill in how much it actually costs, and they ask for you to make a donation towards that cost. But it's worth it for me, with my mum having had breast cancer, and I take biologically very after my mum. I look a lot like my mum, and you know, just different things like my mum's eyesight. I've got the myopia, with very similar teeth. Just biologically we're very similar, so me having had a much lesser cancer in the past, it's just something I'm very aware of. So we're just going in here to park to fix this time thing. I'll switch you off. Okay, that's that done. I have no idea why it was showing 5:26 p.m. I'll get off the phone. Well, it is the phone. I'll pop off now and I shall check in after, let you know how it, well, it's going to be the same as it always is. It's not painful. It is a bit uncomfortable. The most uncomfortable thing for me is trying to you have to stand in a certain position that's really hard to hold, especially if you know, have back trouble or, you know, like joint trouble like I have. Sometimes holding that position is really difficult. So for me, that's worse than the compression of your boob. But yeah, needs must. These things need to be done. It's important. So yeah, I'll check in with you later. Yeah, look at that. What's the point? Imagine how much money was probably spent to make that bloody big ball. And what's the point, really?
Leave at the first exit.
Right, I'm leaving at the first exit. Here I go. Thank you. So here's a little bit of footage through a Belfast sort of like housing area. Look at that bloody grey sky. Really? This bridge is proper graffitied on. I do seem to remember...
In the quarter mile, turn right at the end of the road.
I do seem to remember coming up this bridge before, but very vaguely. Just thought I'd give you a look round me so you can see what all the houses look like in Belfast. Well, in this area of Belfast. A big crane. I don't know what that wee man's doing in the back of that van. I thought he was a coal man for a minute. This is one of these streets that's not wide enough for two cars to pass each other, and everyone's parked at the side. They're lifting pallets of something, no idea what. There we go, guys, we're here. Let's switch this off. Navigator, it's still trying to tell me where to drive, and I'm here, so I've got about 20 minutes. I need a wee as well. I've got Isaac's biology revision with me to read over, so it goes in better tonight. I'll switch you off, guys. I'll switch you back on when I get out, tell you how it was. So that's
the route guidance will start now.
No, it won't. I haven't started the car yet. So that's me out. It is 12:57. No, it's not. It's 11:57. Hang on. Right. So I switched my car on again, and the time was back to like 5:11 a.m. So I went in. And
please refer to the map.
Just shush. I went in, and I clicked GPS signal, which apparently you need GPS time. Let me take that off. Will that make any difference? Right, that has. So I had ticked daylight savings time, which as far as I'm concerned you should, because that will put it to whatever. So I've taken daylight savings time tick off, and I've put GPS time on, and now it's the right time. So my appointment was for 11:50. It's now 11:58 and I'm out. I was taken 5 minutes early. It was really fast, 5 minutes. The only problem with it is, if you're a woman that's never had a mammogram because you're younger than me, I've had them younger than the NHS do them because of family history and stuff. I am desperate for a wee and I couldn't find a toilet. Oh Jesus, I need a wee. The compression itself, like what happens is you put your boob in and 2 plates squish it. That in itself is not sore. Don't worry about that. It's a little bit uncomfortable, but it's not sore. What's really difficult, and it's not sore, is trying to get into the position to allow them to scan you. Put this shoulder there, relax this, and you think you're relaxed and your shoulders are up here somewhere. Put this shoulder, move, look over here, bend forward, do this, do that, and bend your knees. Now you try to hold a really weird position where you're leaning forward with your top half, trying to put your hips backwards, trying to look over a shoulder, trying to relax your shoulders down, trying to put your shoulders back, and then they say bend your knees, and then you have to hold that for like 40 seconds. That is really difficult for me with my like back and joint issues. But other than that, it's a piece of piss. It's easy, but holding that position is really difficult. But that's the only complaint I have about mammograms. It's not really a complaint. So yeah, that's me done. On the way home now, I'm going to stop off at a services because the car so badly needs a wash. They're bound to have a jet wash and a hoover. It is disgusting. And I'm sick of hinting at other people to do it, so I'm going to do it myself. I'll stop off on the way home. So yeah, I'll leave you for now. This evening will be spent doing some biology and Irish revision for Isaac's tests tomorrow. I shall speak to you guys later. I thought this angle of the bridge was quite interesting coming back. Big mountain in the background. What has he got on his back? I have no idea. You get a lot of this in Belfast, very sort of industrialised areas. And
In
then
the quarter mile, leave the roundabout at the third exit.
And like big hills and mountains in the background. Apologise if this is blowing loads of wind. I'm at the graveyard. That's belt facing it. I've just got a pot and I'm just going to check if it fits in this really odd sized hole. So let's go. It's my grandparents' grave there, Johnston. Right. Much smaller than other Gravepots, so I've bought one. Look at that. Look at that. Perfect. So that's that. Got a pot. There's a standard size pot that fits in those grave things, and most of them go like this. Ours goes completely straight. Plus, the standard size is, what is it, 13 centimetres or something? But the circumference of that one, the handbrake's on, Lisa. The circumference of that one is like 7.5. So it's much smaller. I'm now trying to navigate without driving onto someone's grave. What the hell was he doing? Someone's just jumped over the graveyard wall out into the street, and the graveyard wall is fucking high. It's taller than my head. Not that that's very high, but it would have been taller than his head too. Bit odd. There's a gate there. Is the gate shut? Let me have a look. Oh, the gate's open. I don't know what the hell he was doing. Yeah, it's Tuesday, on the way into my mum's, take her out. We'll have to go. There's a florist that if you they have grave pots that they do, but they can also fill your grave pot if you bring it. So I'll see if she fancies going round there to drop that off. It's going to be a bit of a longer walk though. I'm still down with the cold. I'm just about fed up with it now. On my face, honest to God, I see the puffy eyes and wrinkly eyes now is the next to it. Take a close-up photograph of your eye and the surrounding skin and you'll be bloody shocked. Mine started going really crepey here, old person, and up here is beginning to like proper like wrinkle and puff. Look, why can't it have like that? Is there there's a funeral. Fucking hell. Right, we're going to be a while. I'll tell you what, it's just as well that I've got out of the graveyard. What's happening? Right, there's a hearse with the guys outside of it, but no mourners. And all of the traffic is going out round it, which means we're at a standstill on this side because the other side's going round. So I have no idea what the hell's going on or whose funeral it is, but there's no one walking after the car, which is unusual. Right, they're waving us on this side now. what's going on there? There's nothing really else to tell you. Oh, there's all the mourners up there. Don't know what they're doing, why they're not following that. They just seem to have got onto the main part of the road and there's been a hold up and they're just going to sit there and keep all the traffic going around them. Yeah, nothing much to tell you. I shall check in with you later on. It is Wednesday. I'm filming this because Darren just started to tell me the story. Dobby's just back from her walk, as is Molly. Dobby's looking very pleased with herself. Dobby? What did you do on your walk, Dobby? What did you have?
A pile of tasty bites, meaty tasty bites from their friend. I didn't have my glasses on and I thought someone was walking a dog down the road. I thought, oh shit. And I got close, I thought, oh, there's no dog. No barking from these two, but wagging, pulling, and then I heard her go, oh, my little ones. I thought, oh no, it's there again. Out with a bag of treats. Them two all over, climbing up a leg.
You just said the T word.
You're not having any more, Molly, for God's sake. And then when she'd given them the bits, they both started yipping at her, wagging a tail and going, arf, 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 arf.
Right, I've heard she gave you a pile each.
Yeah, there must have been a dozen tasty bites each.
No way.
Oh, the little round meaty balls.
Oh my god.
Yeah, pile each. Special bag they've got now that she carries in a rucksack. She'd been down to walk someone else's dog. Apparently got in a fight with a cat that scared them both off. And then when she was going back home, she got out their special, I can't even say the word, meaty morsel package. And they're all over, climbing up her legs, wagging tail, best faces, and then
What we missed and what made me get the camera out is Dobby came in licking her chops.
Oh yeah, ear to ear.
That was funny.
Ear rolls.
Now she won't even look at me.
Yeah.
Hello, it is Thursday evening. Isaac and Darren have just got back from jiu-jitsu. I have left the minute that they've come out, come back. I am off to see Mulholland Drive at the cinema. I haven't been to the cinema in what feels like ages. Fright Club Northern Ireland are doing like a tribute to, right, this is going to get really dark, guys. They're doing a tribute to David Lynch by screening Mulholland Drive in our local cinema. I've never seen it, so we're rectifying that tonight. I am off to watch it, and yeah, I will probably do a review on my main channel for this one, so I'll link it. Yes, I'm still coughing. I shall link it at the end of the vlog if I remember, guys. Speak to you later. Hello guys, it is Sunday. I'm putting this on to close the vlog off. I'm waiting in the car for those two, as always. I thought I'll come out and close the vlog and then I won't have to make loads of car driving noises. So I had a really nice evening on Friday, not doing scout stuff. And yesterday I was so tired. I think I've been so stressed, and then when the stress is kind of now gone, I'm absolutely knackered. What was I going to say? So since I started healthy eating the beginning of February, we're now on the I think we're on the 8th of March. I've lost a stone, so that's good. But I've been so good it isn't like long-term achievable. It's like I couldn't go on like this forever because it's just too much of a change. So I'm wanting to get a couple of stone off, ideally another couple, and then I'm going to try. And I haven't been able to exercise at all because of this fucking cough and because I'm just so tired. But I'm hoping to get into, when it gets into the warmer weather, being able to do a bit of exercise, up what I'm eating a little bit, and then sort of find a happy medium. I know what I'm doing now isn't long-term achievable at all. So Friday night I had a nice little evening playing Sims. This is so frustrating. I can't barely talk for any length of time. So yeah, I moved house with my Sims, the computer game, in case you're wondering. And one of my Sims got pregnant, naughty Sim, and it had twins. I wasn't expecting that. So then the other one got pregnant and had one child. So I was raised, look at Isaac, emo central, Jesus Christ. Right, wait to see him when he'll get in this door back here. And he's wearing every fucking jumper he has. It's like, how much washing do you want to give me, child? Right, here he comes. Isaac, are you going to wear every jumper that you own?
What do you mean?
That's another different jumper on from yesterday. Isaac was at Stephen's yesterday, all day. They watched films. He watched Borat, which he really enjoyed.
Yeah, it was hilarious.
Borat is Borat is the only film that has made me laugh as much as See No Evil, Hear No Evil. It's just so shocking, and a lot of people are very offended by it, but I find it very funny. What else did you watch yesterday?
Texas Chainsaw and Bruce Lee.
Well, I haven't seen Into the Dragon.
It's really good. It's the one with Chuck Norris in it.
Did you like Texas Chainsaw?
Yeah, it was really good.
That's one of my favourite horror movies. You have to watch American Werewolf in London now.
What do you call it? When he comes over to mine, we're going to watch Silent Hill.
Yeah, Silent Hill's good. Silent Hill, as far as I'm concerned, is the best horror video game adaptation. It's not my favourite horror game by any stretch of the imagination, but it's movie-wise the best adaptation. I think The Last of Us is really, really good, the series, and I'm going to be really interested to see the second one. Resident Evil, they've just made mess after mess after mess with that. The last one they did was visually perfect. All the scenes, even the way the zombies moved when they were shot, everything was just spot on. All the, like, what do you call it, the different scenes, the costume and the sets is the word I'm looking for. But the story was naff and the acting was terrible. So there's always something wrong with it when they do Resident Evil.
Why does my hand look like that? I'm realising now.
Huh?
Why does my hand look like that?
The claw, I don't know. Speaking of the claw, I'm on a live stream on Tuesday night with the Horror Corner, the most famous of claws. We're doing a live stream about Irish horror because St. Patrick's Day is coming up.
I guarantee you someone's going to mention the leprechaun.
They are, because I've already been warned about that. There's one other Irish person on the stream, everyone else is American. The two Irish people, both hate the Leprechaun films. He said, we'll probably be talking about this, and this, and we'll need to throw in the Leprechaun to keep the Yanks happy. He's actually dating a Yank, he's not anti-American. Right, Joseph is driving behind me, right. Watching children because they've got no sense and their parents don't bloody watch them. It's a nice day today, nice blue sky. It's not particularly warm. So yeah, it's just been a really de-stressful few days. Just switching completely off. Sims is my relaxed thing that I like to do.
Sims is not relaxing.
It is relaxed. It's not stressful. It's really relaxing. You get your house in order. I've opened a tattoo parlour, but I just did that late yesterday, so I haven't had a good go at it yet. You can have a small business, and I've opened a tattoo parlour in my big house. All my plants are looking fabulous. All my rooms are decorated. 2 of the kids are now teenagers and one of them is a child, so there's not so much childcare having to be done. Yes, this is my...
That's what you could do for your mum, Sim.
What?
Take her down for a nice tattoo on
Oh no, she'd be too... She wouldn't be able to sit now for a tattoo. She doesn't have the strength or anything, and everything hurts her now, even when you're trying to, like... She's not the same... What's the word? She just wouldn't be able to have a tattoo now, she's too fragile. I've left a little bit earlier today, but I need to get Isaac a couple of pair of school trousers. Those trousers that you were wearing, Isaac, were they long? Were they like long enough in the leg? It's the same size, okay?
I'd say so.
Right.
I don't really remember. I'm not the best at remembering.
We'll hold them up against you in the shop like parents do that kids hate.
Make him try them on.
No, we're not trying.
And then pull him out and do the tuck it in thing.
That was your mum's specialty.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just been a really peaceful couple of days. I think we're having Stephen over next Saturday if he wants to come, if his mum lets him come.
Yeah, I see yesterday, it's really good.
Yeah, so probably be a little bit more simming next weekend. Then can't really go out and leave them two in the house on their own because I think the mother would be raging. We would go out occasionally and leave Isaac on his own because I feel like he's of an age, right? He can be left on his own for like a couple of hours, but I wouldn't leave them on their own when there's another kid over because I don't think the parents would appreciate you doing that. So I don't think of anything else really. I think this week coming up is me and Darren have to go to Isaac's. But this, what are they doing? Motorbikes on our side of the road coming towards us. Somebody's took footage online of a teenager. Well, I say teenager, they say he looked to be between 10 and 12 on an e-scooter, 30 mile an hour in traffic, going onto the wrong side of the road, approaching a roundabout to avoid all the cars in front of him.
Don't surprise me.
Apparently it's rife, but we don't get to see a lot of that. In the countryside, the most stupid thing you get to see tends to be teenagers on scramblers or quads. We see that a bit, but apparently in cities, young kids on e-scooters, which get up to a decent speed, is a real issue.
Well, I find out some on tractors as well. When we see the young teens in the tractors, if they're under driving age, they're only allowed to drive the tractor in a 60 zone, as in farm areas. They're not allowed to come through a 30 zone unless they've got a full driving licence.
Alright, well there's a lot of law bragging going on then, because
Yeah.
there's teenagers all the time
To drive
bragging.
through town centre.
I have seen, and I'm not telling you lies here, I have seen tractors on the dual carriageway. It's one of the things that really gets my goat, and you can't really complain about it out here because almost everyone you speak to has got some link to farming, and like, what do you want us to do? Well,
By the law.
yeah, it just irritates me. So I haven't filmed for the last couple of days because there hasn't really been anything to film. Isaac went on Friday night to Explorers up to Newton Abbey to a crazy golf place. It looked alright in the pictures. Isaac wasn't overly impressed, but I think he had like just fun with hanging out with the rest of them. So was Robert there? I know the answer. Yeah. I don't know what that lad's doing. He just shows up like one night in every month, and it's like, let him go and give someone else a place. I don't think Explorers have any waiting list though, although they'll be after the summertime when they start back in September. There's either 5 or 6 of them going up all at once, and one of them will probably be Ruben. Isaac, did you bring tissues?
No, did you brush your teeth?
Yes.
Yeah, so next week, did I say, no, I think I got waylaid middle sentence. Next week me and Darren have to go to Isaac's school because they're doing a presentation on children choosing their GCSE subjects.
I have to go.
Yes, Isaac, you have to go in full uniform. So the presentation for everybody, and then straight after that it's parent-teacher meetings. So I've never actually, please keep your fingers crossed for me, because every parent-teacher meeting that happens, I'm sick, something goes on with me. I had norovirus last time. The time before that, I was in so much pain, and someone says that you have to stand for ages because the queues are so long. But this time I'm going to be really picky about who I go to see. I'm not going to see anyone that is dropping the subject. The main person I want to see is this maths teacher above all of them, because I do want to explain to him, not that Isaac will be happy about it, but that Isaac doesn't like to ask for things to be clarified because he finds it embarrassing, and a lot of the time he maybe doesn't understand something. But the remedial class that he got put in that time, he got a really bad score, was like so beneath his ability. It wasn't tackling and addressing the issues that he had, but I've kind of come to a decision about what we're going to do. I haven't told Isaac yet. I'll tell you now, Isaac, you'll see the look on his face. Every evening after school, we're going to look over what you've done in school that day and make sure you understand it. And that's not just for maths, that's for everything. So we'll probably be spending about an hour every evening looking over what you've done that day at school. Because according to school, they're supposed to, at their age, be doing a minimum of 2 hours per day, more at the weekend, studying. not just exam time, all the time, which I think is ridiculous, to be fair. I think if you go over roughly what they've done in school that day, and if I know that he understands it, then when it comes to exams, it's not going to be a case of almost relearning. They sent out all this like paperwork about techniques, which doesn't really describe any techniques at all of retaining information and not losing it. It tells you like statistically how quickly information will leave your head if it's not repeated, and it's something like 7 days, which is about right, because when it comes for an exam and Isaac needs to like do maths, he's forgotten at the time in the class when they show them how to do it. He can do it, but Darren wants to point out a skip.
Where the sports cars crashed.
But then because there's no repetition of it and they're on to something else, by the time the exam comes around he's forgotten how to do the first thing. So we need to go over more of that, because maths is the one area he has to pass, because like I don't know what they did years ago, but I know now if you don't pass your maths and English they make you resit them. You have to resit until you pass it. So that's an area of concentration that we need to have. So it'll be interesting next week with all the other parents of kids that we can't stand the sight of. So the like little cliquish amount from out here from all the GAA kids that I just can't be doing with. So sticking their nose in the air because they think they're above you. Last time Darren went to one, there's one wee lad that is just a wee arsehole. His name's Owen. And everybody, like in primary school, hero worshipped him, including Isaac, the whole class. And he would like give permission as to who could play and who couldn't, and he would decide what he's just a little scrut. He's not a nice kid. And it's very clear why. Last time Darren and Isaac were walking up a corridor at the parent-teacher meeting. Now we live in a very small village and everyone knows each other. Darren used to coach the Gaelic that he would play, and the parents put their nose in the air and completely blanked them. I mean, you're walking past someone in a narrow corridor that you know from a very small village. The man has coached your kid at sports
for a number of years
and completely ignored him.
What, 5 years? 6 maybe?
So they're just people like that, and it's like, what to do? What in under God makes you think that you're any better than anyone else? Your child is a little arsehole, but she'll discover that when he gets a little bit older. From about this time till about he's 18, he will cause trouble for her, because that's just the type of kid he is. And there's a couple of kids that hang about with him that just start off very nice either, and their parents think the sun shines out their arse. They're all involved in the chapel and religion, and the kids are ours. So, you know, people, I had this trouble, and I don't know if Darren did, but I did as a teenager. People take a look at you because you're alternative. People make an assumption that you're trouble. Like one of my friends at school, her parents did not like her hanging about with me because of how I dressed. You know, I was alternative, so that said something about me. But from my opinion, most kids that are alternative are the decent kids, are the ones that have a little bit of, you know, nouns to stand out from everyone else, to not be a sheep, to, you know, obviously there's exceptions to the rule, but for the most part, the people that you should be worrying about are the trendy kids, or the kids that are like the most popular kids. They tend to be the ones with the biggest issue, I find. But anyway, so we've got that next week. As far as I know, that's all that's, and that stream that I'm doing on Tuesday night. I haven't done anything on YouTube for my main channel since before Christmas. I'm just taking a bit of a break from it, but the people that ask me are always asking, and you know, I've either missed the message because they've sent me a message to my Facebook that I don't open very often, or I can't for whatever reason. So this time I thought, little doggies.
What's that, Chihuahua and New Yorkie? Then they got the idea of us.
So yeah, I shall go now. We're in town, just approaching town, and wait till I get around this guy who's parked on the bloody road.
There's a car park right there, but
yeah.
So I'll just see the road instead.
So thank you for watching this week. I obviously school because you're not allowed to. If I could, I would, but it's too hard to do it without people realising what you're at. I haven't been in St Louis since I was a pupil, which is 31